Today we're going to be seeing if the past two presidential elections can decide the 2024 presidential election. To do this, I'm going to be averaging each state's result from the 2016 and the 2020 election. As you guys probably can already tell, I've posted a bunch of videos saying how this election is going to be very close. And every 538 and national poll can reflect that, but with a slight Trump lead. Can history teach us a lesson? Let's find out. Let's first start by getting all these states out of the way that will not impact the election process. Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska at large in its 1st and 3rd district, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, Kansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, South Carolina, and West Virginia, Illinois, DC, Maryland, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Maine at large in Maine's 1st congressional district, and Tennessee. Let's get into the states that will impact the 2024 election. In Ohio in 2020, Trump won it by 8, and in 2016, he won it by 8 too. Average this out, of course, you get an 8-point lead, making Ohio a likely state for him. Let's go to Texas. Texas has been getting increasingly more competitive, with Trump only winning it by 5.8% in 2020 and by 9 in 2016. If we average those results out, we get a Trump victory of 7.4% in Texas, making it a likely state for him. In Virginia, Trump lost Virginia by 10.1%, and in 2016 he lost by 5.3%. Average these results out, we get a 7.7 victory for Joe Biden. Now let's go to Colorado, where Colorado has taken a turn in the past 3 elections. 2020, Joe Biden has historically won Colorado by 15.5%, and in 2016, we get a Joe Biden victory in Colorado by 9.25%. This was a scenario where the state was safe in 2020, actually a state in 2016, so I just decided to put it as a likely state. Before we get into any other states, I just want to touch on the 2 districts. Starting in Nebraska's CD2 district, where Joe Biden won it by 6.6%. Won it 2016 by 2.2%. This all out, immediately we get Joe Biden up 2.2%, making it a tilt district for him. Let's go into Maine's 2nd congressional district, that is rural and white, which Trump tends to do well with. In 2020, he won it by 7, and in 2016, he won it by 10. Average these results out, we get Trump plus 8.5, making it a likely district for him. And with the states now, let's go to Minnesota. Minnesota will tell us a lot about the election. If Trump's within 2%, the election will pretty much be over. If he's within 5 or 4%, the election will be very close. But if he's losing by over 6 or 7%, then that shows a sign. So, keeping that into account, Trump lost it by 7.12% in 2020, and he lost it by 1.5% in 2016. Average these out, Minnesota's a lean Joe Biden state and of 4.32%. To Iowa, former Democratic state, a real hard right turn. Trump won it by 8.2% in 2020 and 9.4% in 2016. Average these out, we get a Trump victory in Iowa by 8.8%, making it a likely state for him. Let's go into New Mexico. 2020, Joe Biden won by 10.8%, and in 2016, Hillary Clinton only won by 8.2%. Pretty big reason why Hillary Clinton won the state by only single digits is because the Libertarian candidate was actually the governor of New Mexico, Larry Johnson. Probably why Hillary Clinton not do so well in New Mexico as Joe Biden did. All that aside, if we average the results out, we get a Joe Biden victory of 9.5%, making it a likely state for him. Final lean and likely state here, we have Alaska. In 2020, Trump won it by 10.6%, and in 2016, Trump won it by 14.7%. Average these results, we get a Trump victory in Alaska by right around 12.5%. That we have covered all the non-battleground states. Let's get into the semi-battleground and battleground states. First, start with the most obvious one, which of course is Florida. Carried Florida in 2020 by 3.4% and by 2.1% in 2016. Averaged these results out up 2.75, making it a tilt/lean state for him. Let's get to our second most two obvious states. I think you guys can that, but before we do, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get into Georgia, where Joe Biden earned it by 0.23%. In 2016, Hillary Clinton lost it by 5.13%. Average these results out, Georgia is a tilt Trump state by 2.45%. Let's go into North Carolina, where Trump did not do that well in 2020. He only won by 1.3%. Of course, like pretty much every battleground state, Trump did better in 2016. Won North Carolina by 3.66% in 2016. Average all of these results out, Trump's lead is 2.5%, making it a tilt state for him. We are going to get into the real close states. First knockout, Nevada. Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton both won it by around 2.4%. Exactly, Joe Biden won it by 2.39%. Hillary Clinton won it by 2.41%. Average all of these results out, Biden wins Nevada by 2.4%. You have to point one thing out for Joe Biden. There is a Republican governor currently in Nevada, and Nevada's Republican Party is very strong. Nevada is going to shift right in the next couple elections, but for now, I'm going to put it as a tilt Democratic state. Go to Pennsylvania. In 2016, Trump won it by 0.7%, and in 2020, Joe Biden won it by 1.2%. Average these results out, Joe Biden's lead is tiny tilt. Go to Arizona, one of the most important states. Joe Biden infamously flipped it to the Democrats by 0.3% in 2020, and Trump won it by 3.5% in 2016. If we average these results out, Trump leads by 1.6% in Arizona, making it a tilt state. Now let's go on to Michigan, a equally important state. Trump carried Michigan by less than 0.25%, but in 2020, Joe Biden surprisingly carried it by 2.78%. Average these out, of course, Joe Biden's lead is 1.375, making it a tilt state for him. Now our final closest state is Wisconsin. Trump won it in 2016 by 0.77%, and Joe Biden won it by 0.63%. Average these results out, Trump's lead is literally 0.10%. This is a tilt state for Trump. To be honest, anything could happen in Wisconsin, but this is the final electoral map. Trump 272, Joe Biden 266. Of course, if you flipped Wisconsin back to the Democrat, Joe Biden would lead by 276 and Trump will lose. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the support on my previous videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next review.